I'm starting with a blend of fresh herbs from my garden. This is definitely optional, so to make pasta you don't need fresh herbs, but if you decide to use them, I would suggest that you chop them finely instead of blending them in a blender. We'll add this to eggs and salt. And when it comes to making pasta, you really don't need the measurements. You start with the amount of eggs that you want to make your pasta with, and then you will add the flour according to the amount of moisture eggs have. The idea is at the end to have a very firm and smooth dough like this. As I work on my dough, I allow enough time in between stages for the dough to rest. The more you work on it and the more you rest it, your dough will be better. This process can take anywhere between an hour to up to 3 to 4 hours, depending on how much time you have. Rolling out the dough by hand and rolling pin is the best. This takes a lot of time and a lot of skill. If you're a beginner, I would definitely suggest using a pasta making machine. For the best results, it's the best to apply steady pressure on the dough with a rolling pin. But since we are not doing that, I would suggest to take your time to slowly stretch the dough through the pasta machine. Taking a little extra time now will pay greatly in the pasta's texture. I would usually take my pasta to 3 different settings. Doing it to 4 or 5 is even better, but 3 is a minimum. One of the most important things when making pasta is to know and understand the perfect thickness of the dough. Too much moisture and pasta would be too sticky to work with. And in the cases, if there is too little moisture, the dough would be brittle. Now we're going to run the dough through the 3rd setting and the thinnest setting. And once you have it done, I would suggest to put it on a table, preferably a wooden table, and allow it to dry for about 15 to 20 minutes before we are ready to cut it. Reason for this is to reduce the moisture in the dough so that when we take it through the cutting process, every string of a pasta will be separated. Once the pasta dries a little bit, we'll be ready to start cutting it. You can cut it to any thickness you want or to the thickness that your pasta machine allows. I'm running mine on a thinnest setting. Making pasta is lots and lots of fun. It is relaxing and very engaging, but on a deep, comforting, and very relaxing level. I don't know why, but I believe that a lot of us Westerners will start to make our pasta again because there is no comparison to having your own freshly made pasta to one that we buy in store, especially for pastas produced here in the US. I can't wait to try this newest batch, so I am preparing some bone and bone marrow broth. It's very strong, and I'm gonna add some lemon zest and some lime zest to it. My pasta already has a lot of different herbs in it, so all I need is a creamy, heavy broth to wrap all these beautiful flavors together. These are 2 young cloves of garlic from my garden, just a touch of roasted sesame oil, and a little bit of fish sauce. We're going to add some black pepper for taste, and then I'm going to shred a little bit of fresh ginger in it. Actually, I'm going to add quite a bit because I love ginger flavor in my soups. Here comes our pasta. And since it's so fresh and it's very thin, we don't need to cook it very long because I like my pasta al dente anyway. So I would say 3 to 4 minutes maximum. This broth is so rich that if you touch it with your hand, your hands will stick together. It's almost like glue. We got our pasta in, and now I'm just gonna pour some of this beautiful broth around it. Foods like this are incredibly nutritious and good for you. And on the top of that, they are very easy on your gut. This dish is rich in protein, both from the bones and the eggs. Bone marrow in particular provides all sorts of nutrients, and when cooked, bones release all kinds of minerals as well. The dish was incredibly delicious. So, for all of you out there who have ever thought or considered making pasta, all I can say is you can do it and go for it.